Welcome back to Streaming While Black. I am Shay, and you are
China.
All right, and we have a shitload of things to talk about, and we are drinking, so this shit is probably going to be extremely lit and just out of order and just an abundance of chaos. All right, so let's talk about your favorite person in the internet streets. Mr. Curtis Jackson, you know that nigga I love to hate because I can't stand him. But that show who like, as my cousin would say.
I do not know why. I love him. I love him. I love him. Everything about him.
Ugh.
But we already know why I love Curtis Jackson so much. I've already told you that. So
yeah, we've talked about this. We don't need to rehash that.
We don't need to talk about it.
So in Curtis Jackson fashion, this motherfucker is in the news again because, and we're gonna talk about this because this is the one thing about Curtis that I do want to talk about, and that is why this motherfucker always got to be like in these internet streets running amok. I don't understand, because now, I mean, like, it's gotten to the point where him and Tierra Marie, that shit is like a daily fucking occurrence. There are memes. I feel like somebody got t-shirts somewhere. That broad got a song that's doing numbers on iTunes. I would know because I'm not an iTunes person, but you know, this is their thing, right? So now I read that Young Buck is out here trying to make a comeback and 50 blocking. He blocking bags.
I don't think he's blocking
with that.
I don't agree with the fact that he's blocking bags. I don't agree with that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if he's not paying that man, it's because what the fuck is he really doing? You know, Young Buck ain't been hot since Nuck If You Buck.
None of these motherfuckers is hot. 50 ain't put out shit and I don't know when. What are you talking about?
But see, this is the thing. Like, 50 is not waiting for somebody to write him a check. He writes his own checks.
Okay, you know what? Do you really want to go down that road with me?
Big difference.
You don't want to go down that road with me.
We can.
But why do we need to? Because let's be very clear. That motherfucker is rich on a fucking fluke. You know that, and I know that. If there was never a thing called vitamin water, that nigga would not be talked about. You know that.
That's okay.
I can guarantee you, if vitamin water did not exist, we would talk about Curtis as much as we talk about Mac 10. And you know what? We don't talk about Mac 10 now, do we?
But we don't live off of ifs. If was a fifth, we would all be drunk. We don't live off of ifs. We live off of right now what's going on. Like, and it doesn't matter if
wanted to go down that road.
If that vitamin water was never something that gave him millions of dollars, like he wouldn't. Yeah, no, but at the same time, he did that, and was it billions of dollars? I mean, I don't know. Like,
but you act like he grinded and he did all this shit to make this money. No,
how do you know what he did on the back end and make vitamin water hot?
Because the motherfucker was trying to be a rapper for like 10 years and
when he stopped that, when he realized, okay, so maybe Young Buck needs to take some needs to see what Curtis Jackson did and take some type of advice or something from him, because I'm telling you, Young Buck sucks. Like, I could not name.
You're only saying that because you want to 50.
Fuck him. Fuck Young Buck.
You only saying that because you want to. You only saying that because you would be down to fuck 50. If you would not be saying that because you would not be saying all this shit.
He's that nigga. He's that
you're
nigga.
wild right now about that Young Buck.
Young Buck
right now.
Young Buck.
Some way about Curtis.
He needs to put out an album before he asks for some money. He needs to put out an album before he tries to collect a coin.
Okay, so about that.
Wait
a minute. About that. So your fave, my favorite troll, is blocking bags. So okay, check this out. He's signed to G Unit, right? Which is probably a subsidiary of a larger label.
Right.
Because that's how that shit works these days. Sidebar, if he was a real motherfucking boss, he would have his own fucking label and he wouldn't have a subsidiary. But that's here nor there. Okay. So Young Buck is still signed to G Unit, which means that G Unit can determine whether or not they want to release his shit. He's under contract. I don't have access to that contract. You don't have access to that contract. Okay. So we don't know what Young Buck's obligation is. But usually your obligation is an album, right?
Right.
Well, if you're releasing music that can be compiled into an album and your label refuses to release it, what the fuck can you do? You can't go and record somewhere else and make some money. 50
album is whack. Why the fuck would he release that?
We don't know that.
Buck is fucking whack. What?
China, scratch that. I'm not a fan, okay? I'm not a fan of neither one of these motherfuckers. God. But here's the thing. The thing is that Young Buck has a contract with G Unit, okay? If he produces an album to G Unit to release and they refuse to release that album,
it's probably a reason they refuse to release it. It's probably whack.
Okay, you didn't say that already. My point is that either let him out of the contract or release the music.
I agree.
The problem that I have with your fave is that he actually had Young Buck's video taken down off of YouTube. He's blocking that man's money. So if you're not trying to get money with this motherfucker, let him out the contract. What kind of crab mentality type shit is that? I mean, 50, let's be very clear. 50 don't need no more money, okay? He got enough money for his son's son. You know what I'm saying? He got it. He can fuck off on the internet all fucking day and not lose no money. That's what he can do, okay? But at the same time,
yes, he does.
These motherfuckers been going, they've been beefing back and forth for years for whatever reason. But at the same time, you blocking somebody's money that's on your label that you can stand to make more money off of that. That's not a smart business move anyway. Now, I know you wait a minute. I know you
give a fuck if Young Buck doesn't make another dollar. It's not.
You said that Young Buck is trash. Okay, like I said, I'm not a fan. So I don't know, but you know, I am gonna do.
But you know, 50 Cent is the king of petty, and I love him to death, but he's the king of petty. So he's probably not releasing him because he doesn't want him to make any money.
What kind of crab ass?
Because I love him.
But what kind of crab ass shit is that though? Like, I mean, I can't respect nobody that's trying to block a bag from another black man. Like, what the fuck do I look like respecting that shit? That's some garbage ass shit.
But you know,
garbage.
You have to get that point before he'll do some petty shit like that. We don't know what happened.
Like, you can be out here and do the shit that Curtis does and harass people about his money, which is his due. I understand, you know, these motherfuckers owe you money. That's a totally different story. But you got a motherfucker that's signed to your label that's out here trying to get some money, doing what they think that they do best, even though we don't necessarily agree with that. But he's trying to get some money. Any money that Young Buck makes is 50's gonna get a cut of it. So not only is he being a crab ass motherfucker, but he's also cheating himself out of whatever little bags that Young Buck might be able to produce.
Whatever Young Buck is producing, 50 Cent doesn't get because he's not. It's not going to.
Wait a minute, we don't know this because when was the last time you looked up Young Buck shit? When was the last time?
Hell, I don't. That's the problem. That's why 50 Cent doesn't care.
But we
he doesn't care if he doesn't make another dollar off of Young Buddy.
But we don't. Wait a minute, hold up, stop. Let's stop acting like we are tastemakers in the United States because we're not. We don't know what kind of fan base that dude has because there's a lot of motherfuckers out here that we don't even know that's making money because they got a fan
base is like a fucking pea.
So I'm looking to see what his shit is, and I don't even know if this dude is on.
I wonder what I would love to know what his net worth.
I don't
just for laughing.
I just want to know how big his fan base is. I'm very curious.
I want to know what his net worth is. I'm gonna look that up. What he's worth.
I'm trying to find. I don't know, man. I think you might be like in the minority with this opinion, dude. I don't think he has a Twitter account. I'm trying to find. Oh, there we go. The real Young Buck. Let's see how many followers he has. He doesn't have a big. I mean, it's
you
not.
Want to know what his net worth?
It's not small either. What?
You want to know what his net worth is?
What does the internet say?
$100,000.
So I'm not.
He says shits out 100,000 when he goes to take a shit in the bathroom. That term is worth 100,000.
So what I'll say to that is that I keep reiterating this because I wanted to make it abundantly clear.
So he doesn't.
I'm not a fan of neither one of these motherfuckers. But in terms of net worth, what we see on the internet, that is a hypothesis. That is an estimate. We don't know how much money that man has. He might have more than that. He might have less than that. But that's here nor there. The fact of the matter is that he's signed on Curtis's label. Curtis is blocking bags. Curtis won't let him out of that contract. I don't respect that motherfucker for that shit. That's not real man shit. No matter how you turn that, how you twist that, that's just not cool, dude. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would you feel if one of your enemies have the power to block your money?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he can't do shit about that. Like, I don't know what kind of clause in his contract he has, but Young Buck hasn't put out any music in over 10 years. And it's probably because he has a clause in his contract with 50, and 50 is just like, it doesn't matter if your shit is fire or not. I'm not going to release it because I'm Curtis and I like to troll.
I agree.
So, how old is Curtis? How old is your boo Mike? How old is he?
I don't know how old he is.
You're supposed to know how old your imaginary boyfriend is.
Let's see
how old Curtis is. Because Curtis is a little too old to be doing this dumb shit. I'm so ridiculous. I'm Googling his government name and shit.
He's 43.
That motherfucker is older than me doing this dumb troll shit.
It's okay.
Come the fuck on, man. I can't respect that.
He only does it to fuck with people, and he gets a kick. I'm here for it.
This is beyond.
Nothing will ever make me turn my back on Curtis Jackson.
This is beyond fucking with somebody, China, for real. Like, straight up, he's blocking bags right now. Motherfuckers can't eat because Curtis has.
Need Young Bucks $100,000.
Huh?
He doesn't need Young Bucks $100,000. Young Buck needs the $100,000. He doesn't need that.
But he's blocking this man's bag for what? Do you get what I'm saying?
But we don't know why. We don't know what. That's the problem. This is the thing. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. We're
Okay, so let me ask you this.
You never know what happened. Like maybe he has a legitimate reason as to why he's doing it.
Doubtful.
We don't know.
Doubtful. Okay, so let me ask you this, right? Let's say your employer tomorrow calls you and be like, China, I don't like you. I ain't never motherfucking like you. Fuck you. Fuck the dudes you with. I'm not fucking with you. And by the way, you can't go get another job. Stopping all your bags. Fuck what you talking about.
If there was
then what? How does that make you feel?
It's never gonna happen
to me.
How
can it happen to you? That shit happens to an average motherfucker every day. That shit happened to my mother as a nurse. People can blackball you and block your bag.
Listen, this is the thing. There are so many jobs out here that with the field that I work in, if somebody told me, "Oh, you can't get a job," like, believe me, I'm going to make a way out of no way. Like, I don't care. But if that did happen to me, and there was a legitimate reason as to why it happened to me, I'd be pissed off. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's like, I can understand why they're doing that because I did XYZ, If it was a real legitimate reason as to why that person did that, I'm gonna be pissed off, but what can I really do? I can't really, there's nothing I can do about that,
Okay, so
but I would find some loophole to make some money.
That's not my point. My point is that what this is what your experience has been up until this point, personally. Personally, over here, I've seen that shit happen to an average working staff. That shit happened to my mother as a nurse. It can happen if you work within a particular field or industry, and that's all that you know how to do. And a motherfucker gets a hair up their ass, and they just like, you know what? Fuck that person. I don't like that person. That person is not gonna fucking eat. And they don't. I watched my mother sit out of work for like 6 fucking months because a bitch didn't like her. That shit happens.
Was she not looking elsewhere for a job? Or
yes, and yes. That's what I'm trying to convey to you. You know what? Then shut my door. So that's what I'm trying to convey to you is that.
But those typically happen in small,
it happens. It happens somewhere. It's not happened to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It happens.
I know.
That's not the only person that I've heard
that it doesn't happen, but if it happened to me, being the hustler that I am, I would find a way to get around that bullshit. Like, I'm not gonna let any, and I know you don't like this word, bitch, stop my bag. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Don't worry about it. I've been calling motherfuckers bitches all day, so but I just don't like to be called a bitch.
Yeah, got it.
But I hear what you're saying because like it's not happened to me, but I know that it can happen to people. I've seen it happen to people, and I've seen people take longer than necessary to get on their feet because there was the word of a motherfucker with power. And I think that's what you failing to understand is that no matter how you feel about Young Buck, Curtis has the power to stop his bags, and I don't agree with that shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. You shouldn't be in a position to stop anybody's money. Whether or not that's $5 or $5 million, it doesn't matter.
I agree. Well, I don't agree because I just feel like, he is what he is. And then I don't agree because I feel like that nobody should have the power to stop your bag. Nobody should have that power over you, Nobody should have that much power over you to stop your bag. And if you allow that, then that's your fucking problem.
But sometimes you can't stop shit from happening. I mean, like, let's be very clear. This motherfucker is from Tennessee, okay? So I don't know if you've ever been to Tennessee. I don't know if you spent any time there. But what I know about Tennessee is that there's limited resources for motherfuckers who didn't go to college.
Right.
So hold on just 1 second because I got like a fucking peanut gallery going on in the other room and he's really fucking with the recording of this situation and I'm not amused.
And she looked like she's saying something. We don't know what the hell she's
saying. All right,
saying.
I'm back.
And there she goes again. We're on mute. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. You better.
See, this is what happens when Modelo hits the door in my household. I'm on that Crown Peach and he's drinking Modelo and I'm loud that motherfucker because that's how I get when I get passionate about the shit that I'm talking about. And he feels the need to chime in because he want to feel included and whatnot. Girl. Okay, so let's move on because we are not going anywhere with this. You see, he had to chime in and shit.
I saw that.
He had an opportunity to be in a podcast. He said no. Now he's going to chime in and shouldn't be a peanut gallery. What kind of bullshit is that anyway? All right.
Ask him what does he think about Curtis Jackson.
We don't care. We don't care what
he
think.
Like Curtis Jackson, just like I like Curtis Jackson.
No, you by yourself on that shit. No,
I don't think so.
Okay, well, whatever. We're not gonna find out. How about that?
Not today, huh?
No. Okay.
Okay.
So rumor has it that Tierra Marie might be leaving Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. So from what I was able to find, the source is
before we talk about that, I want to say I don't really like talking about things that I don't feel is factual, because it's
that's why I say rumor.
So rumor. Now we don't know if this is actually true, because I want to make sure that this podcast is based off of shit that's true. Allegedly, she's leaving.
Allegedly. Okay.
Well, I believe it now, because that's where her money comes in. That is her money.
So here's the thing. Allegedly, she is supposed to be leaving Love and Hip Hop. Now, I know that she was on The Breakfast Club yesterday, I think it was. And there was an interesting conversation. I got to listen to it all the way through. And I believe that there might be some facts to this. And I'll tell you why. She's on Love and Hip Hop. She's exposing what we think is her life. And people go on that show for one reason only, and that is to have a come up, to boost their career, to get their career out of whatever quicksand that it was in. And this show is not doing that for her. So you have to look at it from the point of view of, look at everybody who's been on Love and Hip Hop that actually had some type of career. And the exposure that Love and Hip Hop gives them is not really happening for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Love and Hip Hop gave K Michelle a fucking platform, and it boosted her into the fucking atmosphere that we didn't know that was going to happen for her. It gave Cardi a whole fucking new life, but it's not doing that for Tierra Marie. And instead, she's been humiliated beyond belief. So I can see her saying, you know what? Fuck you, Mona. I'm out, because she's not getting any money. Not only that, and I'll let you talk, but Moniece is also have been trying to leave Love and Hip Hop Hollywood as well, and she can't get out of that contract, which is why we see her on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So there might be some truth to that. I guess we'll find out probably by the end of the week. I went on her Instagram, Tierra Marie's Instagram, to see if she said anything about it, and she didn't. So who knows?
Okay. So Mona Scott has been known to kick bitches off of Love and Hip Hop, like Jocelyn Hernandez. She is not allowed to come back to Love and Hip Hop. If one of them bitches wanted to leave Love and Hip Hop, all they got to do is cuss her out. She's going to release you from your contract. They believe me. Jocelyn Hernandez got released from her contract. I want to say that I don't want, I'm not going to, and another female, I can't remember who she is right now, but got released from that contract. And they got into it with Mona Scott. I know for a fact that if she's not going to hold you hostage on Love and Hip Hop, if they really wanted to leave, they could. Jocelyn, she was like, you are not allowed to come back on here. You're done. It's over.
You're making an assumption that all of these people have the same contract, which is not true.
No, I'm not assuming they have, but I'm saying that if Mona doesn't want you on the show, you're not going to be on the show.
So, but look at it like this.
So, if you really wanted to be released from that contract,
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And I'll tell you.
She's really going to keep somebody on there that disrespects her. No, she's not. And I will, and I also will say this too, regarding the Tierra Marie situation. That is where majority of her money comes. Tierra Marie is nobody.
But you don't know that.
Listen, what the fuck does she have? You can't have one Tierra Marie song, and listen.
Okay, I got one name for you.
No, hold on. See, I didn't interrupt you. You got to listen to this.
I'm listening.
Mimi had a sex tape out. Remember when she was messing with Miko?
Right.
when Mimi, when that sex tape got leaked, supposedly, Mimi came back and was making more money than she made before it got leaked. Now, granted, this is a different situation. However, just because she's not the only person that had a sex tape that got leaked on Love and Hip Hop. So I know that it's not and it's not working out the way, but that is where majority of Tierra Marie's money is coming from. And
how did you make that correlation with Mimi and Tierra Marie? That's two totally different situations.
But it's still a sex tape. A sex tape is a sex tape.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Mimi made porn. That motherfucker made porn. Porn. They sat down with distributors of adult.
You're telling me that. And you're telling me that.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember she sat down with us.
They had a distribution deal. That shit was porn, man. Did you see the tape?
But I'm just saying that there's the way to listen. I'm telling you right now, I can guarantee, mark my word, Tierra Marie is not leaving Love and Hip Hop. Okay. Mark my word.
Okay, so this is
it was talked about here on Streaming While Black, and we will check back today next year, and we will know that Tierra Marie is still on Love and Hip Hop because that is where majority of her money.
I'm putting that shit on a t-shirt today, next year. I am putting that shit on a t-shirt.
My man is fucking money back. She better go to work. She better go to work.
T-shirt. That's funny. Okay, so to address what you just said, first and foremost, there's a reason why I say whether you be Young Bug, whether you be Tierra Marie, we as the public who don't even really know these motherfuckers in real life, we don't know where their sources of income come from. Whenever you Google these motherfuckers in terms of like net income, it's what the internet estimates based off of public record. So that means that any shoe boxes either one of these motherfuckers has full of money up under their beds, the internet knows nothing about. I don't propose or assume to know these motherfuckers, but one thing I do know is there's one person in particular that still makes money that hasn't made a record in over 10 years. And that motherfucker still makes money. And that's Memphis Bleak. You know why? Because Memphis Bleak had an auto body shop. He had businesses. So just because you don't hear about these motherfuckers and just because they don't make money off of music doesn't necessarily mean that their only source of income is just what you see on TV. That's what I'm saying. Like Tierra Marie might have other venues going on that we don't know about. In terms of the sex tape, here's the thing. Whether you be Mimi, whether you be Kim, or whoever the fuck, not everybody is trying to have a fucking sex tape. Okay? I'm not trying to have a fucking sex tape.
I mean, I'm sure none of these people. I mean, I don't know. I think Mimi's was intentional. I don't think that was leaked.
Well, you and everybody else, including myself, believes that. But it's very clear that Tierra Marie did not intend for that to get out. I agree. And I believe her because she was very
adamant about the fact that she knew nothing about this, and I agree with you. So, but until she pays my man his money back,
so let's talk about that. Because that's some bullshit. So here's the thing. The thing is that Tierra Marie was sued by 50. 50 countersued. He streamed her sex tape because it was leaked.
But he wasn't the only person that reposted that sex tape, so I don't understand why she came after him.
Because he was
never the only person that sex tape. So for her to come after him was wrong from the beginning.
No, it wasn't wrong. And I'll tell you why it wasn't wrong. She sent everybody a cease and desist. He was the only one that didn't comply with that. She sued him based off of that because he was the first person to have it.
Why would she think to send 50 Cent a cease and desist? Like, I don't understand. Like,
why would she die?
Why? So
why would she die?
She sent the entire celebrity Everyone that's a celebrity, a cease and desist.
No, Curtis was the first person to stream it. Everybody was else after that. She sent the cease and desist to everybody, but Curtis was the first person to stream it. According to her, according to the Breakfast Club interview, he got that directly from her ex. Apparently, they were pretty friendly. She didn't know this. That's what she said. I don't know if that's true, but that's what she said. But she did ask him to take that shit down. He partied off of that shit, so she sued his ass.
And she lost.
She sued women. No. She didn't lose. This is what happened. Why you... I don't understand. How is you riding for a motherfucker that don't even know you on the fucking planet, yo? Like, how does that work? That's here and there. So...
Because...
She sued him. He countersued her for legal costs. Because of all that shit that happened with her ex, like there was video of her like still seeing.
He had nothing to do with it.
What?
He had nothing to do with that bullshit.
No. She sued him for streaming that shit. Okay. Her lawyers dropped her. She couldn't get representation to pursue the suit.
Why?
She didn't have any representation.
She couldn't afford it.
No, that's not what happened.
What happened?
What happened was she sued 50. The shit happened with her. Okay, they couldn't. This is what she said off of the Breakfast Club. She sued 50. She was trying to have her ex served.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She couldn't get him served. He would constantly call her, tell her, oh, I don't know what happened. Somebody stole my phone. I got hacked, all of this, that, and the other. And so she would try to meet up with him so he could get served. And then he would get her own video seeing him. So you done went publicly in front of America saying that this man did this shit to you. Why is you still dealing with this dude? So because of that, her lawyers dropped her. She couldn't get any representation. So she couldn't make the court date. So what happened was that when 50 countersued, he got to recoup his legal costs. So she's literally paying for his legal costs for 30 grand. So here's the gag. They go back to court for that because she's contesting that.
Right.
They get a different judge. She could possibly win and not owe him anything.
Okay.
So it just depends on what happens. So I say all of that to say that Tierra Marie is not a meanie. She didn't intend for that shit to get out there like that. She's not making any money off of
it. And whenever that happened, she should have said, fuck it, I'll just pay this man and get it.
But she ain't you and you ain't her. Like, I'm going to tell you.
I agree.
I would be trying
I'm waiting to see how this plays out. I really, really am. Let's move on to the next subject because I'm waiting. I just mark my words. She's not leaving Love and Hip Hop, and she's going to pay her.
We'll check back, but I think she might be leaving because it's not doing her any good. I mean, why stay in a situation that's really not doing you any good and you can only make money?
The same reason why she went back and fucked with the same nigga that put out the sex tape about her. She's stupid. Okay, let's go.
I mean, but if you but how? Okay, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But China, think about like all the dumb shit that you've done with men. Would you want America to see all that shit all the fucking time?
No, I wouldn't. But I also wouldn't. If America seen it one time, I wouldn't go back fucking with this person again, knowing how bad it was when America saw it all.
Yeah, but how would she know? How would she know that this shit would happen? Like,
man, she sat back fucking with him. She knew the consequences. She knew. She already kept on saying that he was the one who dropped the fucking sex tape.
But he kept telling her no.
She accused him. Are you that fucking much dickmatized to where you had to go back fucking with him after you already? Like, that's why you didn't win anything with him.
But if a motherfucker is constantly telling you that they didn't do it, and then the next thing you know, this motherfucker got 2 other girlfriends that you didn't know nothing about.
She knew about the girlfriends before she went and fucked them and made the sex tape.
That's what they said, but that's not what she said. So we don't know the truth.
Exactly. So we're gonna go off of what she said. Okay.
I mean, we don't know the truth.
So we're gonna watch and see how this plays out. Okay. We're going to agree to disagree on this.
All right. But wait a minute. Before we move on, The girlfriends did say that they at first they said that she knew, and then the other one said that she didn't know.
And then they turn around and say you knew the entire time. But the main girlfriend says she knew the entire time.
The main girlfriend said that she knew about Tierra. The other girl, she knew about Tierra. The other girl. Wait a minute. So if you know, if you got this sister wife girlfriend situation going on, she never met these broads though. She never met them. So and
then it came out again that she did meet them, that she knew about it the entire time. They were, you know, Love and Hip Hop is not all real. We both know.
No shit. But I think for her,
and when they said they didn't know who she was, that was all played out on Love and Hip Hop. But then when they came out later on, they specifically said she knew exactly what the fuck was going on the entire time.
But I'm gonna go with this. It's Love and Hip Hop. This girl, they've shown her at her most lowest places throughout her time on this show.
And if she stays on it, she's stupid. But we will definitely see how.
But not everybody's smart. So like from the
I'm not even the smartest. I'll tell you that. Hell, I've been through messed up. And, you know, I feel for her in a sense to where, you know, like I've been through fucked up relationships. I've been fucked over and everything like that. But at the same time, like, when you get fucked over and you go back time and time again, it's like the first time is on them. The second time, second, third, fourth time, it's on you. You know, you choose to deal with that. That's what you do. And it's like, okay, that's even with me. Like if I'm in a relationship and I'm in a fucked up situation and somebody fucked over me the first time, it's like, okay, first time is you, but then I take them back and they keep fucking over me. It's like, okay, this time it's on me, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me, because I choose to deal with that.
But the difference is that you're not getting a check to broadcast your life on TV. She is.
I agree.
At some point, you gotta think about what you're allowing people to see about you and how that affects you mentally.
I agree with you 100%.
So that's why I think that she probably won't be back. Because how many checks are really gonna be worth your life? You know, just being exposed.
We'll see.
Okay. We'll see. All right, moving right along. All right, so are we going to talk about Remy and the fact that she might go back to jail?
Oh goodness, Remy, and I really like Remy. I like her a lot, but I'm just like, keep your hands to yourself. You know, you have way too much money to be even in the middle of some bullshit like this, and it's sad. You know, it really is sad.
Okay, so this is what I'll say, because I have the unpopular ass opinion, and I'm gonna keep it 100. Remy would probably like fuck me up. I'll take that L. But before Remy was known for shooting broads in the stomach, when she was out here trying to be a rapper, before she was leaning back and shit, or while she was trying to lean back, I don't remember. But she's not that great of a rapper. Like she's just not.
I didn't. The only real rap song that she came out with that I really loved was with the one with her and Little Kim.
I don't even remember.
Wake me up when the morning comes. You bitches ain't humble enough. You heard that one?
No. Like I said, not my favorite rapper. I mean, I don't have the respect that everybody else has for this woman. I don't.
You just ain't humble enough. You ain't heard that one? I love that one. That was good.
But she's not that good.
I think but on that her diss with Nicki Minaj, that was pretty much.
I mean that was good for her.
Her Little Kim back together and they did a diss track. Really good for her. Yeah, they did a diss track to Nicki Minaj, Humble Enough. Wake Me Up. I think it's what it's called. Quote, don't quote me if I'm wrong. But if you just Google Remy Ma and Little Kim, Wake Me Up, and it will pop up, and it is like the best song ever. Like I was bumping to that song, and I love me some Nicki Minaj, but I just love the beat. I love everything about it. But I do not think Remy Ma is a good rapper. I would have to 100% agree with you on that.
So, I don't know if she's going to go to jail or not, but here's the thing. So, apparently, Brittany Taylor, who I'm going to keep it 100 America, I literally had to Google that chick's videos from Love.
She didn't know. She was like,
I did not remember her. She was not memorable. Okay, she wasn't memorable.
Yeah, Larry kill a bitch without flavors.
So I had to look her up, and according to her, she's saying that Remy hit her in the eye, but she doesn't really say why Remy hit her in the eye.
Yes, she did. She did. She did.
Did she say what did she?
I mean, it was an altercation between a guy and Remy Ma's.
But I thought it was she. I thought she helped.
She was what happened. She was supposed. She was helping. This is what was told. She originally was helping Remy Ma's stepdaughter in an altercation with a guy that she had got into a fight with or was in some type of abusive situation with. And Remy Ma was told the story wrong and came to her and immediately lashed out and punched her over something that was not true when all she was trying to do was help Remy Ma's stepdaughter get away from a guy who was trying to beat her up.
Okay, but what exactly was it that caused Remy to hit her? I want to know.
I don't know.
I want to know. Wait a minute. I want to know
exactly
what causes. I want to know what causes someone who has like 85 days left on their probation to risk it all to hit like a Z-list ass rapper. And I think who does that and why and for what reason?
I think it's because like I know how I am about my kids. Like one thing I will say is like I snap. My mother will tell you I don't play about my kids. So and she kind of looks at them as if they're her step kids, but they're her kids. And she probably immediately got shitty because
deal, man.
Yeah. And then I don't agree with it. Remy Ma needs to keep her hands to herself. Like you cannot put your hands on people and with that type of you are a person who you're known. You cannot run out here punching bitches. I mean, not knowing the whole story. So if she goes to jail, it's going to be fucked up because she's already been in jail before and she's already expressed how she does not like being in jail. It was a workplace of her life. It was the most, it was a really down point in her life. And it's sad that she's, if she would have to go back, it would be really sad. But again, keep your fucking hands to yourself, Remy.
I mean, this shit is just fucking stupid, man. Like, you got a 4-month-old daughter. Mm-hmm. And you can't control yourself. Like motherfuckers pop off at the mouth for the dumbest shit. You can't go around just hitting motherfuckers.
You can't let them get the best of you. You cannot let them get the best of you.
That should be killing me though. Like motherfuckers be risking way too much for so little.
I agree.
For so little. Like you basically just gave some notoriety. You basically just gave some shine to a motherfucker that we forgot about.
I don't even follow her. I know who she is because at that point in time I was really heavy into Love and Hip Hop. No, I'm not anymore because I've just kind of felt like it's been a little fake to me.
Oh, that shit is my soap opera, girl. That is some people watch Young and the Restless. I watch Love and Hip Hop.
I do want to go. Can I step away for a second?
Okay, we can pause.
Thank you.